So according to some industry people, if Xbox Activision deal fails, Microsoft will sell off Xbox. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So let's talk about that crazy Xbox news. And I mean crazy in capital letters. Okay, so I don't know how to start it really because it's that crazy really. But you know what? Let's start with that Phil Spencer interview that he gave to Times, I think. And there's this VGC article that actually spoke about that particular interview. And in that interview, Phil Spencer was asked what would happen if, for whatever reason, Xbox Activision deal failed, right? I mean, hey, it's a possibility, right? So that's a valid question. And Phil Spencer basically said that Xbox will still exist even if proposed Activision Blizzard acquisition is blocked, right? So that means that nothing would really change for Xbox, right? I mean, yes, without Activision Blizzard King, the growth would be slower, but it still would be growth. They would still be growing because they've bought so many studios and they even bought a publisher, Bethesda, ZeniMax Bethesda, remember guys? For like what, $7 billion? So investment is there. The Microsoft commitment to Xbox is there. So I don't really understand why some people think that for whatever reason that Activision Blizzard deal is make or break kind of deal, right? So some people seem to believe, or they trying to make it as if this deal fails, Xbox will fail, right? I mean, which kind of blows my mind, right? I don't know where that's coming from. Xbox was totally fine before that acquisition, and like now it's like make or break it, right? Anyway, so that's the article which you can find on VGC, and that's the actual question that Phil Spencer had to answer. And on top of that, Andy Robinson actually made that tweet today. I think that was today. And he says here, regardless of the Spencer's words, I know a lot of industry pundits, and I actually had to check what pundits mean because I never seen that word before. So apparently that means experts, right? So for those of you that don't know what that word means, it's experts. So now we know. I know a lot of industry pundits think Microsoft selling off Xbox is a genuine possibility. Should this be blocked, I still expect it to go through with concessions. So obviously he's referring to Xbox Activision deal, right? So first off, I do have a lot of respect to Andy as a journalist. He actually is doing a pretty good job, right? So, and I don't necessarily think that he's lying over here because I've seen a lot of people attacking him for making that tweet. But what he's actually saying here is that he spoke with some people working in the industry that, in their opinion, that's what's going to happen. So this is not a situation where they've got some leaked information from Microsoft that, oh, if we don't buy Activision Blizzard, we are selling Xbox, right? So it's not that kind of information. It's like some people, some industry experts, some industry pundits. Hey, I've learned a new word today, right? So it's a good day. So according to these guys, some analysts or whatever, right? Because he's actually not telling us who those people are. So according to them, it's a make or break situation for Xbox, right? So it's more like an opinion, right? And he's actually quoting somebody's else opinion. So it's not like that Andy is lying. He's just, in my opinion, propagating bullshit. But hey, it's his Twitter, right? And actually a number of reputable people in the industry actually reacted to it, like Tom Warren, for example, right? So he's saying, not sure who these industry pundits are, but they are clearly clueless. You don't strategically acquire Mojang and Bethesda and form a Microsoft gaming division if you are gonna sell off the Xbox business if your giant 69 billion deal doesn't go through. And obviously Andy was trying to prove his point. Capitalism has proven time again that conventional logic really doesn't matter much if the graph doesn't point up enough. Don't expect it to I don't expect this to happen, but I can say that I can say with authority that some important people do. So this is another example where he says that he doesn't expect this to happen, like Microsoft selling off Xbox, but he says that some people with authority do expect that to happen, right? So this is again some industry people thinking basically out loud, people having conversations, whatever, right? Based on I don't know what really. And I've got one more point, which I will come back to in a minute. And then you've got Jess saying there's absolutely zero possibility of this happening during Satya and Phil's tenure. It's another new word to me. I need to actually learn more English words, really. Anyway, so he says then, but after who knows? So after Satya Nadella and Phil Spencer. Now, here's the thing. Phil, I don't think Phil Spencer will leave until he makes sure that Xbox is profitable and doing well. And obviously Phil Spencer will leave at some point in the future. So if Xbox with Activision or without it will be doing great, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 years from now, why would Xbox get rid of it, no matter whether Phil is going to be still in the company with the company or not, right? Makes no sense. And like I said, and just like Tom Warren said, they are acquiring studios, Mojang, Bethesda, all these other smaller studios just to sell off Xbox. That makes no bloody sense, right? And I agree with them because, like, I understand if somebody would say that. I would say 5 years ago, 2018, 2017, that was when actually Xbox was at its lowest. And believe it or not, there were legitimate conversations at Microsoft what to do with Xbox. And apparently, Satya Nadella had a conversation with Phil that you either show me that Xbox can be profitable and big again, or we are leaving gaming industry, right? So like maybe even selling Xbox, right? And Phil Spencer obviously came up with this big plan, Game Pass and games as services and whatever, right? And clearly that's convinced Satya to actually invest a lot of money in Xbox. And so now 5-6 years later, with all these new studios on board and the big ecosystem in Xbox Game Pass growing strong, and the whole Xbox PC ecosystem working very nicely right now, I mean, it makes no bloody sense. And also, one last thing about Andy's tweet. So he says that, he knows a lot of people in the industry that thinks that Microsoft will sell Xbox. But then he says, I still expect it to go through, so the actual Xbox Activision deal with concessions. So on one hand, he says that, Microsoft will sell off Xbox, but I think that this deal will go through. So what's the point of your tweet? Makes no bloody sense. Right? If you genuinely believe, if you think that Xbox will acquire Activision Blizzard King, what's the point of this tweet? And to steer things up a little bit, stir up things. I don't know, who knows? But it's just an opinion of people, and this is not like a leak from Microsoft or whatever, right? This is nothing like that. And yeah, it's you know what, last couple of weeks was crazy for Xbox, and not necessarily positively crazy, right? Yes, there has been some positive news here and there and whatever, right? But I think that the whole Xbox Activision deal is just making so many people nervous and anxious, and some basically come up with so many weird stuff that it's just crazy. You know what? I just want this deal to finish one way or the other, right? The sooner the better, because it's crazy. So the level of insecurity of some people is showing off thanks to that deal, right? It's just crazy. Now I personally don't necessarily care about Activision or Blizzard that much. Like, I don't really play Call of Duty anyway. Yeah, there's probably some games that other Activision games that they have, but IPs that Microsoft could potentially bring back. So, that would be interesting possibility. I mean, I guess I care about Diablo a little bit, right? But that's just one game. So some PC games, yeah, Warcraft 4, not World of Warcraft. I don't care about that game. But listen, at the end of the day, I understand why Microsoft thinks this is a great deal for them. Is that going to be a great deal for industry? I don't know, right? I don't care about that really. Like, I was super happy about Bethesda and ZeniMax joining Xbox and Game Pass, because that's what it's all about, for me at least. But other than that, I'm really more excited about what Obsidian or Ninja Theory is going to do in the future than what we're going to get from Activision, because we know what we're going to get, another Call of Duty, right? So anyway, that's the video. We still don't know whether the Xbox Activision deal will go through. Hopefully we will learn about that in next 2-3 months, because I think by the beginning of May we should actually know more about it. But the whole Microsoft selling of Xbox news is bullshit in my opinion, right? That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about it. Comment in the comment section below. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.